Hey guys, EC Network here, coming at you with another video. So a little while ago, I took a look at 10 characters that I would like to see make their way into Multiversus, the new Warner Media fighting game that is basically the spiritual successor to Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion. So if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll leave it in the card above. But essentially, this is part 2 of that video. So in this video, I want to take a look at 8 more fighters that I think should make their way into Multiversus. And real quick, before we get started, this list is in no particular order, and when we get to each character, I will let you know how likely I think it is that they'll actually make their way into Multiversus. So starting off at number 1, we have Tom from Toonami. So I actually got this idea from Nathan Stubblefield, so quick shout out to you. In my previous video, he had suggested, hey, what about Tom from Toonami in Multiversus? And honestly, this is a character that I never really thought of when coming up with my initial list, but I think he would fit Multiversus perfectly. He's pretty much one of the faces of Adult Swim, and obviously he is literally the face of Toonami, and I think that it would be really great to see him be a fighter in Multiversus, and I honestly think that there's a decent chance that something like this would happen. It seems like they're putting a lot of care and effort into this game. You know, if they're putting so much care and effort, Tom is definitely one of the bigger faces over at Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. Maybe there's a decent shot that he actually makes it into this game. I'd probably say right now I give it like a 50-50 chance that it happens, but I honestly would not be surprised at all if we see Tom from Toonami in Multiversus. And coming in at number 2, I think we're gonna get one of the team members from Codename Kids Next Door, whether that be number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. I definitely think we're going to get a representative, or at least we should get a representative from Codename Kids Next Door. If I had to pick one and say this is the one they're definitely going to do, I'd probably think number 1, since he's kind of, you know, the face of the team. He is the team leader of the Codename Kids Next Door, and I think that there's a chance that we'll see him in this game. Like I said in part 1, we really don't know yet if this game is going to be pulling from all eras of Cartoon Network or just the more recent series, but if it is actually pulling from all eras, then I think that number 1 has a pretty good chance to get into this game. Now coming in at number 3, I think that Mac and Blue should be in this game from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I think they would work as a tag team the same way they did in Cartoon Network Punchtime Explosion, and similar to the Ice Climbers in Super Smash Bros. I feel like that'd be a great way for them to implement these two characters into the game, and like I said, it all depends on if old characters from older series are going to be in this game, but if they are, I think that Mac and Blue have as good of a chance as anyone to be in this game. Now, coming in at number 4, if you guys remember in part 1, I said that I think the Powerpuff Girls are going to be in this game, whether it be all 3 of them or just 1 or 2 of them. I definitely think we are going to get some representation from the Powerpuff Girls, but if you're going to have Bubbles, Blossom, or Buttercup, or all 3 of them in this game, then you have to have Mojo Jojo. You have to have the main villain from the Powerpuff Girls, so I honestly think there is a really good chance that Mojo Jojo finds his way into Multiversus, just so we get a villain from the Powerpuff Girls, because he is definitely a very iconic character, and like I said, I think 100% we will be getting a rep from the Powerpuff Girls at some point during the life of this game, especially since they are making a live-action Powerpuff Girls series, so the Powerpuff Girls is definitely on the minds of the executives over at Warner Media. Now, coming in at number 5, if you guys recall in my first video, I said that I think we will get some version of Ben 10 in this game. Whether it be classic Ben 10, the reboot Ben 10, or whatever the 6th iteration version of Ben 10 is, I think it is a lock that Ben 10 will find his way into this game, and if Ben 10's finding his way into this game, then why shouldn't Vilgax also find his way into this game? He is the main villain throughout the entire Ben 10 franchise, and if we're getting Ben in this game, I think it's only fair that we also get Vilgax not only so that we have a villain from the Ben 10 franchise, but also just so we have some more villain representatives in this game. So I definitely think there is a very good chance that Vilgax could make his way into this game, because we're 100% getting some Ben 10 representation in Multiversus. It's just a matter of from what era of Ben 10, and in addition to Ben, if they decide to grab other characters from the franchise as well, but that obviously remains to be seen. So right now, coming in at number 7, we know on the official roster we have Steven from Steven Universe and also Garnet as well, and I think that we're probably going to see some more characters from Steven Universe, and one character I would really like to see in this game is Lion from Steven Universe. And you guys might be thinking, hey DC Network, why Lion? Why not Amethyst or Pearl or, any of the other gems? Well, the reason why I say Lion is because he would be a completely different type of character, right? We've seen in this game, obviously, majority of the characters so far are bipedal. Majority of them are standing on 2 legs. Obviously, Jake the dog can go on all 4s, but the only character that is actually exclusively only on all 4s is Rain Dog. It's definitely a different type of fighter, and I feel like another fighter that would work in this game is Lion. We all know that Lion has a ton of different powers throughout the run of Steven Universe, and I think it would definitely be a cool character to see in this game, not only because of the unique fighting style it would have, but also just because it gives a little bit of a mix-up to the lineup. It adds another character that is on all 4s, and I think that would be something really cool to see in this game. Now, coming in at number 7, I really hope that we get someone from Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I feel like that's a series that really should be represented in this game, but which character should we get from that series? And honestly, I could see them going with any one of the Eds. They could go with Ed and have him be in this game. They could have him maybe, one of his moves could be that he throws butter toast at you. Maybe they have Double D in this game, and maybe he has like a feather duster, and that's one of his attacks is he hits you with a feather duster, because obviously we know that Double D is a neat freak. Or we have Eddy, and maybe Eddy throws a jawbreaker at you, or maybe he has some new scheme that he traps you in or something like that. So I definitely hope we see one of the 3 Eds in this game, and if we do get some older representation from older Cartoon Network series in this game, I definitely think there is a solid chance that we get one of the 3 Eds, if not multiple of them, because honestly, Ed and Eddy is a very, very popular franchise, and I definitely think that Cartoon Network should include at least one of the Eds, if not all of them, in this game. Now, last up, coming in at number 8, I would really like to see a character from Courage the Cowardly Dog. And, you might be thinking, okay, yeah, Courage is a good character to have in this game, and I definitely agree that he would be a great choice for this game. But if I had to pick one character from Courage the Cowardly Dog, I would have to go with Eustace. I think Eustace would be a really fun character to have in this game, just because I feel like he would bring an interesting fighting style with him. Like, what would Eustace use? Like a frying pan as one of his attacks? Would he, hit someone over the head or with the frying pan, or would he like run them over with his truck? I feel like Eustace would have a lot of unique play styles and would be a fun character to see in this game. So I definitely would like to see Eustace in this game. How likely is it? I'd say there's a chance we get someone from Courage the Cowardly Dog, but if they do choose a character from Courage the Cowardly Dog, most likely it would probably just be Courage. I don't think they would choose anyone else from the franchise, but I definitely would like to see Eustace in this game. And so those are 8 more characters that I would like to see in Multiversus. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about these 8 characters that I listed for you today, and what you think out of the whole 18 that we've talked about so far in part 1 and part 2 of this series. And definitely be on the lookout for part 3 of this series, where we'll take a look at more Cartoon Network characters that I think should be in Multiversus. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.